Most people think a soul contract ends when their pet passes, but it doesn't. Most people talk about staying connected to their pet after they pass, but very few talk about what their passing is actually activating inside of them. If you think your soul contract didn't end when your pet passed, then what is evolving right now? That's exactly what we're going to explore today in this video. Hi, I'm Dulsanea. I'm an animal communicator and I work with animals both physically here and in spirit. And from my experience in communicating with them, the animals in spirit, the contract does not end. What it does do, it is evolves. Because most people assume the contract was just about companionship, about the cuddles and the shared routines and the love in the physical form. And yes, that was all part of it. However, a soul contract is not just a physical agreement, it's an energetic one. And yes, you live a real life together, moments where you can touch and feel and hold in your hands and around you. But when we come inward and reflect, we begin to see the deeper layer, not only what they were teaching us, but also what they came here to experience. But when we come inward and reflect, we begin to see the deeper layer. Not only what they were teaching us, but also what they came here to experience. They came to learn and to grow alongside of us. And this includes themes that we have chosen to explore together before we incarnated. So the physical experience clearly was the doorway, but the contract itself is energetic, a mutual evolution for both of you. And the energy does not end when the body dies. The real question is not, did the contract end? The real question is, what is still unfolding within you because of them? And as an animal communicator, I've seen something very consistent in my readings. Yes, people want to know what their animals are doing in the afterlife, and that's beautiful. But what's just as consistent is what their transition, their passing actually activates inside of their human. When an animal passes, something begins to surface within many people. Yes, the guilt comes through perhaps, or regret, or anger, or even abandonment wounds, and or old fear-based beliefs. Most people think that means they failed, but it doesn't. It means the next layer of the agreement is actually revealing itself. This is where many teachings stop at the comfort level, meaning, yes, they're with you unconditionally through love. Yes, that's all true. But the deeper truth is this. The contract continues because your evolution continues. And this is one of the many reasons I wrote my book. Because you just don't need comfort. You need meaning. So if this resonates so far with you, I'm going to take you a little bit deeper because you need to understand what's unfolding in you so you can actually stop carrying what was never meant to stay with you. I believe the physical presence was phase one. Phase two begins after they leave the body. Phase one, the lessons may have been, and this is first and foremost, learning unconditional love with them. And you get a glimpse of it with your animal. Yet many people don't get the full grasp of what it really means. Because unconditional love isn't just something you feel when they're near you. It's a way of being, moment to moment, in how you treat yourself, how you see others, and how you move through life. So it looks like this. You're opening your heart. You learn unconditional love. You learn to slow down. You feel again. That's the activation. And this is part of what most people miss. The contract intensifies after death because you are forced to go inward based on how you're feeling. See, there's no more physical distractions. There's no more daily routines. There's just presence. Okay, so does this sound familiar to you? Have you felt yourself changing since they passed? Because if so, share below what shifted within you. Because sometimes the greatest awakening begins there. If you find that you're becoming more self-aware, you're questioning old beliefs, your intuition is actually strengthening, and you feel called to live differently, or maybe you're no longer blaming yourself the way you once did, guess what? Then the contract did not end. It evolved. So instead of asking, well, how do I stay connected with them? Ask yourself this: what is this transforming in me? Because that question shifts you from grief into evolution, and it naturally keeps you in their frequency, their loving connection. And many animals, especially those who pass in challenging ways, they agreed to that to spark you in that shift, not to hurt you, but to awaken you. Soul contracts are not about comfort alone. Ooh, that might be hard to hear. I'll repeat it. Soul contracts are not about comfort alone. They're all about consciousness expansion. And from my professional and personal experience of talking with animals after they've passed, I can tell you this: it isn't the end. It's a bridge into activation. And you don't have to rush into that because it naturally unfolds in your own timing. So if this resonates for you, you may be in the middle of that awakening phase right now. And my book, Why Your Animal Is in Your Life, goes so much deeper into soul agreements, evolution, and the spiritual role animals play in our lives. And if you're ready for more personal guidance, you can explore my coaching and mentoring services, which the links for those will be below this video. But for now, I want you to sit with just one more question. Ask yourself, what is this experience awakening within me? So understand, the contract is not over. It's evolving into its highest octave. And in my next video, we're going to explore something many of you are already wondering. What does it mean if I bring in a new animal into my life after one has passed? Is it too soon? Or is it part of the evolution? So I want to thank you so much for being here. And if this resonated, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Where are you in your journey right now? And if you want more videos like this, you can like and subscribe. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video.